I don't know why, but I just think red looks good on me. Like, it sets off my skin tone and I always feel so beautiful and elegant. I just feel like it looks good on me. Guys, what do you think? Am I delusional or is it true? Look at me now. Let me know in the comment section what you think. My name is Ify and welcome back to my kitchen. If this is your first time stopping by, consider hitting the subscription button as well as the notification icon, because over here we share lots and lots of kitchen tips, good recipes, and I just make your home life a whole lot better. And for those who are always watching my videos, thank you so much. I really do appreciate you. I don't take it for granted. Your engagement, your comments, your support, everything. Today we're not cooking, but we're doing something equally as important. I'm sharing with you all the ingredients that I use. Well, let me rephrase. I'm sharing with you all the traditional ingredients that I use in my videos that make my food taste so good. And I promise you, if you use these ingredients in your cooking, especially if you're trying out Nigerian food or African food, the food is always going to taste so good. So I'm showing you the ingredients and how to use them and in what recipes they work best with or in. Well, you know what I mean. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. The first ingredient on my list today is this. I don't even know what shape to call it, but the English name is Eden fruit. It is very popular in Nigeria, particularly amongst the Ibibios, and it is called uyaya. I know that Ghanaians use this very often as well. It's called prakase in Twi language, and Cameroonians call this forkona. You see this stuff I'm holding? It is very medicinal and it is used in so many ways. Now, if you're talking of the medicinal properties, many people use it to manage conditions like diabetes, hypertension, and is also very good for women who have just given birth. So if you're having challenges with breast milk production, drinking this, how do I mean drinking this? Using this helps your milk production and helps your milk flow even more. How is this item, this prekese or uyayak or Eden fruit, how is it used? Now, most times I use it, I can just cut it into bits like this. Now I can just cut it into 1, 2, 3, 4 and drop little bits in my soup, just like that. It works as well. Or you can crush it, not too smooth, put it in your soup, or you can blend it into powder form and use it. I use it mostly for making pepper soup or nsala soup, which is also known as white soup. I also use it a lot for making, when I'm making banga soup, yes, or when I'm making Ghanaian light soup, I like to use it. It has a very strong aroma and very strong flavor. Now, if you put this in your soup, you know, whole, like you cut a bit and you put it in your soup while cooking, you don't eat it. When you're done with your soup, you take it out before you serve the soup, okay? And another way people use it is by making tea out of it. What do? They just drop this in water and boil it. Now, when you boil it, you see that after about 5-10 minutes, the liquid begins to change color into like a dark, it takes like the color of this, and then you can drink it as your tea. But it's bitter, it's not sweet. Anyway, it has lots of medicinal properties and it makes your food taste good. So apart from what I've mentioned, what else do you use this for? Please share with us in the comment section so that we can learn and I can learn as well. Just let me know what you call it in your native language and how else you use it other than what I have said. Okay? Great. Number 2 on my list is this little black seeds. No, it is not black pepper, even though it is hot. It has hot taste as well. This is called uziza seeds. I don't know why. I just can't remember the English name now, but I'll drop it in my comment section when I remember. I just don't remember it right now. It's popularly known as uziza seeds and it is so powerful. I don't know if this is the only plant that you use both the seed and the leaf to cook. If you use the leaf to make okra soup or ogbono soup or egusi soup, in fact most soups, so delicious, as well as the seeds. Now this seed is mostly used by crushing it. You crush it finely and that's how you use the seed. It is perfect in almost every dish. You cannot miss this taste. The taste of this uziza seed. It is potent and it is delicious. I can't cook most times without these things. It's popularly used in nsala soup, that's white soup, or pepper soup. It's a major ingredient when it comes to pepper soup and white soup. It is so good. Now, you want to be careful when using uziza seeds because it has a hot taste. It can be really peppery, so you want to be careful. All right, and it is very good, very good when making plantain pottage. Especially on ripe plantain pottage. Ooh la la! It tastes fantastic. And when you're making egusi soup, you're making this thing called native soup, Rivers native soup. It is so good. When you're making Rivers native soup, just add a bit of this. It is so good. In your okra, in your oha soup. Hey, oha soup, make sure you use a bit of this seed and the leaf. It is fantastic. Your native soup, most soups, if you add a bit of this, of course you have to, like I said, crush it into powder form. That is how it is used. It is so good. And also use the leaf as well. So this is called uziza seeds and it is very good. Ghanaians, do you use this? Other African countries watching me right now, do you guys use this uziza seed? I'm sure you can see this. So like I said, when I remember the English name, I'll let you know, but this is what it looks like. It looks like black pepper, but it is not black pepper, okay? So yeah, uziza seed is a major ingredient that I use when cooking and it makes your food taste so good. The third ingredient on my list is this. This is called iru in Yoruba language. It is locust beans in English language. It is a form of seed that has undergone some fermentation process for you to get to this. Guys, this is so good. It is so good. I don't even know how to describe it. Yeah, I agree. The aroma is nothing to write home about, but the taste is everything to write home about. How is it used? Just rinse it. I like to rinse mine. You can buy it from the market like this. Rinse it and put into your soup. Let me give you a tip. If you want to get the real taste or you want it to really flavor your dish, once you put your palm oil and you put some onions, the next ingredient to go in is your iru. Just fry it a little till it becomes so fragrant before you add your other ingredients. You will love it. It is so good, so potent. Now, some of the popular dishes that iru is usually used for is your ewedu. It is so good. Now, some people don't like seeing this seed, so you can crush it. The taste and the aroma will still be there, okay? Crush it, blend it when you're blending your ewedu. It's still going to be fantastic, all right? So a lot of people use it for their ewedu, for their okra, for their ogbono, for their egusi. It is so popular, especially amongst Yorubas. Now, let me tell you how popular iru is and how people depend on this condiment to make their food taste so good. There was one time when I was still practicing, I retired. Did I say retired? I resigned a few years ago. So I made egusi soup and I brought it to the office and I gave some people to eat. So somebody came into our lunch room and I was like, this egusi soup smells so good. Where is it from? Where is it from? And then the person came, looked at it and said, it looks good, but it does not have iru in it. I don't think it will taste good. And the person walked away. Damn! I was right there. Of course, the person did not know it was my food. Maybe she would have felt bad or would not have said what she said. But it just made me realize how much importance people place in iru. And that is just to show you how good it is as a food condiment and food seasoning. It is so good. Like I said, the aroma or the smell is not the best, but the taste is phenomenal. It is good. Use it for native jollof rice. Oh my goodness, it is so good. For your ofada stew or ofada sauce, it is fantastic. Okay, now because of the smell, a lot of people run away from it, but I bring this to you. This is deli dawa. Deli dawa is iru in powdered form. So what they've probably done is a product of Ajinomoto. They have taken away, they've helped you take away this the smell, all the, you know, the things you don't like about iru, but they want you to keep using your favorite condiment or food seasoning, your local food seasoning. So this is deli dawa. It is iru in powdered form, and it is so convenient and so handy to use, and it does not smell at all. I don't know what they did, but it gives you the same taste without that smell. It is fantastic. Do not make your local soups without deli dawa. It is good, especially those of you who travel abroad. You really don't want this smelling in your luggage. You don't. So a good alternative is your deli dawa, powdered iru. It's so good. So make sure when you go to your local market, pick it up, or if you have anybody visiting abroad, let them buy this for you. It is good, okay? So this is iru. It is super, super good and very useful in your dishes. Did I tell you it also has some nutritional value? Not even some, it has nutritional value. It contains protein, it contains fiber, it contains minerals like iron. It aids food digestion as well. So there is everything good to use about iru. It is fantastic. So please use iru in your dishes if you have not started using it. If you don't like how it looks, blend it. It'll still give you the same effect, okay? So the next item on my list is ogiri. Guys, this is very similar to iru, but just a different kind of seed. It's castor seed, while iru is locust bean seed. This one can be made from even egusi seed, sesame seeds. You know, it's fermented as well and dried. The Igbos use this a whole lot. Ogiri, and again, the aroma is nothing to write home about. It's not fantastic, but the taste is fantastic. Use this to make your okra soup. That's if you don't want to use iru. Iru is very, very popular among the Yorubas. This is very popular among the Igbos. Okay, they do basically the same thing, right? It is fantastic in your soups. Egusi. Oh. Then there's one vegetable soup that I make where I use ogiri. Hey, if you eat that, I think I have the video here. I'll share the link in the description box. It is so good. It's a game changer. So anyway, guys, make sure you use ogiri for your soups and your stews, especially your local stews. It is so good and it tastes really, really good. Again, if you do not have access to ogiri, deli dawa is basically the same thing. It is just ogiri in powdered form. It's still locust beans, you know, powdered form, fermented seed. So this will work very well if you do not get this or you cannot stand the smell. It is stinky. It really, really is. So this is another very important ingredient that I use in my local soups, and it makes them taste so good. Guys, this is called ogirisi. Okay, so where I'm from Delta State, we call this ogili. But people from other eastern states call it ogirisi. So it depends on what part of the eastern state you're from. But I'm going to call it ogilisi because that's what we call it where I'm from. Ogilisi. Is fermented seed. It's another type of fermented seed. And the smell is, trust me, it is worse than iru and ogiri, which I've said their smell is nothing to write home about. This one smells even worse, but the taste, Lord have mercy. The taste it gives your soups. There is no bitter leaf soup without ogilisi. You cannot use ogiri or iru, even though they're all sorts of fermented seeds. You cannot use these seeds for soups. Like I said, there are different soups. You can use different locust beans or dawa for, or ogilisi. Now, this particular one, ogilisi, is used for oha soup. It is also used for bitter leaf soup. It is used for, what other kind of soup? Most soup that you use ede, that's cocoyam, you use ogilisi. So how is it used? You just take a little portion. A little goes a long way. So just take a little of it and put it into your soup and stir it, and Ah, you will not be able to miss it. Bitter leaf soup that they did not use ogilisi to cook. Is that one bitter leaf soup? Don't try it oh. Oha soup that you did not add ogilisi. Is that one oha soup? Don't try it. And yes, some people also use this for nsala soup. I use it for my nsala soup and it tastes so good, all right? So it's mostly used for soups, not for rice dishes, and it is so good for your abacha. Nkwobi, people use it for those things, abacha. Oh, Lord have mercy. So yummy. This is a very powerful condiment of food seasonings, especially amongst the Igbos. It is fantastic. So get yourself some. Try and manage the smell. It is good. Okay? We're getting there. We're getting to my top African ingredient. But so far, I think we're number 6. This is number 6 on my list. Okay, so we're getting to the last one, which for me is the best that you can never do without in your kitchen. Okay, this is called ehuru or eshulu. It depends on what part of the eastern state you're from. This ehuru comes in a pod. You have to crack the pod to get the seed inside. You cannot use it in this form. You cannot. All right. So I'm going to crack one. Excuse me, but this is how I do it. So you crack the pod open like this, and you take out the seed. There it is. Guys, this seed is what you call small but mighty. Now, how is it usually used? You have to toast it first. So put it in a pan, okay, and put it on your heat, low heat, and toast it till it becomes fragrant. The aroma is amazing and the taste is so good. I know that Cameroonians use it a lot, especially to season their fish, and they use it a lot for a lot of their dishes. It is very popular here in Nigeria, and it is one of the major ingredients when making nsala soup or white soup or pepper soup. It is so good. It is also very important when making nkwobi or abacha, that is African salad. It is also, what else do I use ehuru for? What else do I use ehuru for? I've also used it to season fish. I got that tip from Cameroonians, yeah? So apart from making my soups with this, I use it to season my fish when I want that local taste, and it is so good. So when you finish toasting it, like I was saying, you have to toast it till it becomes fragrant. Then you blend it, you crush it. It is mostly used in powder form, all right? So it's used for soups. It is used for pottages, yeah, plantain pottage, yam pottage. It can be used. It is used for your fish, for your meat, for chicken. Use it to season your chicken as well. So Nigerians, it is not only soups that this powerful calabash nutmeg, it's called calabash nutmeg, ehuru. Yeah, that's what I was trying to remember. Calabash nutmeg. So this calabash nutmeg is not just for soups. It is also used to season your chicken, your fish, your meat. It is very powerful. All right, so stop limiting the use to just soups and stews. Okay, so yeah, that's it. If there are other things in your tribe or where you're from that ehuru or eshulu or calabash nutmeg is used for, please share with us in the comment section, okay? Yeah! This one excites me so much. It's yellow pepper. It is so good and it is hot. It really does pack a lot of heat. So you don't need a lot. You don't need a lot. Just like 3 or 4, it depends on how hot you want your food. You need like this in your soup and you are fine. I love to blend this with the red Scotch bonnet peppers and use in my soups, in my stews. It has a fantastic aroma. It has a fantastic taste. You cannot miss it. It is also called ose nsuka, right? I'm correct? Ose nsuka. It is so good. It is flavorful. It makes your dish good, and a little goes a long way. So yellow pepper, use it in every and anything. Every and anything. Ofada sauce. It is not usually used for jollof rice, so you can try it out, but there's nothing wrong with it. All my soups, if I've not yet used yellow pepper, have I really started cooking? Have I? Use it in your native jollof rice, native pasta, any and everything. It is Scotch bonnet peppers, the yellow one. but the taste and aroma does a whole lot for your native soups. Yeah. So we're moving on to my absolute favorite ingredient, my number one. Can anybody guess before I bring it out? Can you guess? Let me know in the comment section. Tell me if you got the answer right. I know most of you will guess already. And this is my number one African ingredient to cook with, guys. Crayfish. Is there any dish you cannot use crayfish for? I don't know. Even fried rice. You see, it was Flavours the bad guy. When he came to my studio once, we did a collaboration together, all thanks to YouTube. He told me that he uses crayfish powder in his fried rice. And then I decided to use it. I was shocked. I'm not even going to lie to you because I never ever heard about it. So I used it in my fried rice and I posted it. And many people were like, why am I so shocked? Hello? That if they've not put crayfish powder in their fried rice, is that on fried rice?